Okay, then we're recording now. I assume we keep Jackalor's stuff here for now?
Moment. Oh, you and Jeff, do you want to go to the meeting area?
Yeah, I think so. Use our auspices to try and look for trouble, but just go and have a chat with some people. Friendly like. Keep our weapons mostly holstered.
Yeah. You go armored and everything?
We are going into the Underhive, of course we're going armed and armored.
Good job. Yep, good job.
I don't think I can just keep my menacing mechadendrites hidden, so
Don't worry about them.
Bacon doesn't wear the armor, he has taken it apart and just bolts the plates on with screws.
Which, by the way, Bacon, from this point, if you want to get armor, it's going to be more expensive because they're going to have to custom make it for you.
oh, so I can't use my old armor.
Yep, not easily at least. I believe you have armor, so if you have 2 sets, you can go ahead and try and make something out of that.
Jackalor was wearing his.
We have that good light carapace that we can also cannibalize at some point, so I suppose we can try and repair that for when Jackalor has a new character and you can cannibalize the pieces from his guard armor. Because we do essentially have a nearly workable extra set.
Yeah. You will need to make me a roll to try and do such a thing, and so it'll take, another day or 2. But you can totally try and do that.
Okay,
But with your flesh is weak and the machinator stuff, you're now just basically too big for most armor.
Okay, so just take off my flak armor.
So you can still wear a flak cloak fairly easy.
Okay. That less bad. Flak cloak is how much, and is body and head, or just lower body?
Black cloak.
It's all of it.
Black cloak can cover all of it. It was in the errata.
Oh.
And it's a 3.
Yep. You're not quite that bulky, but just note that you can't really do regular armor anymore.
I mean, that's still 10 points of damage reduction.
Hey.
That's a lot.
A lot. You're almost immune to fire. Congratulations.
Almost.
If he becomes immune to fire, I will just let him just walk through flames. Don't worry.
So you are saying that I need 1 more machine trait. And some
one more
better
machine
armor.
trait and 1 more point in your toughness bonus, and you will be able to walk through fire.
Okay.
Your items might still go off, so be careful on that. But yeah, you can go through fire.
Oh, I love being a tech priest.
Okay, if we wait those couple of days, do the fire nades get delivered, by the way?
They will be delivered.
Bacon,
It'll happen on the 2nd day.
How many flame nades do you want while we're waiting? There's like a box of them.
I would just keep 5 with me.
If they go off, you are fucked. Just remember that.
I will keep 3 with me.
Okay. And I'm gonna take 2. on top of the one I have, so we'll have 3 each plus some other crap.
For repairing the armor would be agility armorer? Yeah, it would be
Yes,
that.
it is agility armor.
There. That in the thing.
Anything that gives me a bonus?
Sadly, you're not really in a decent workplace or anything. What mechadendrites do you have with you?
Utility, Medicea, Manipulator, and Gun.
Have a gun as well? Sweet.
I mean,
Okay.
if we can't work this, if you fail, we can just go to the meeting and then afterwards try and set up a proper armorer's workshop for you on the ship. We can try and get some tools.
You're not completely in a proper place, so you're not going to get a bonus, but you're not going to receive any penalties either. You got enough stuff with you that you can actually try and do it.
Would my utility mechadendrite give a bonus?
You're not doing a tech use or anything. Your utility is partly how you're able to actually even have the tools somewhat for this. While the
Yay.
manipulator mechadendrite is providing more or less the force you really need.
Let's hope for the best. It's a failure. I destroyed the armor.
Do you wish to spend a fate point?
Yes, I have enough of them.
Also, Bacon, don't tell the ST that you destroyed the armor. Let the ST tell you the bad news.
Don't worry. He not only managed to fix it up, it is now good and great again.
Meaning it wasn't before?
It appears as if he might have actually made it a bit better. If he keeps it up, he might even be able to up its quality.
It was
Or
already
he might
at
need
best.
more materials for it. Oh wait, it was? What was he repairing again?
He was essentially melding together pieces from Jackalor's and his guard flak armor, you know, the really good stuff we got from Solomon's tech priests, to make a suit that fits him.
Sweet. Yep, okay, it can fit him now. It is also best quality. He managed to retain it. Congratulations! You can now go ahead and wear, awesome armor again.
Yay.
Good job, Bacon.
Now we can go.
Okay. And yeah, we'll go to a meeting.
Alright. So when you go over there, you see only one guy there. But
Scan for life signs.
actually, yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead and roll for that. I was gonna do the whole paranoia thing, but nah, you probably already have a hint.
So plus 20 from that, and this is an awareness roll, right?
Yep.
So
It's
any
a
extra
reroll.
bonuses?
Not particularly. They do seem to be trying to somewhat hide themselves, but they're not like trying super hard.
Okay, I would like to re-roll that.
Reroll that.
Really?
Apparently.
Well,
So can't tell that there's anyone around,
I'm
but
assuming.
you have your suspicions. You suspect that there's almost certainly people around you. You just don't know where or what they have. So unless, oh wait, no, Bacon doesn't have awareness. He probably doesn't want to try.
I mean, he has the Auspex on, so it cancels out
Yeah.
the negative.
Does.
Oh wait, I was muted. Now I have awareness.
Oh,
Nope. You need another 50 XP for that.
No, I had 50 remaining from a long time.
Oh, sweet. Good job. Yeah, that sounds good then. Go ahead and make your roll.
Oh my god, I
So-
can see now.
While you weren't able to tell much of anything, Bacon, on the other hand, is able to identify that apparently you guys are currently surrounded by various other dregs. Probably the rest of the group. But more importantly, it seems they have most of the grenades they took from the psyker, and they are ready to throw them down at you guys.
I believe there were. How much did he take? There was some flame grenades on him, and not sure what else he had.
He had the choke grenade, a crack grenade on him. He had some fire bombs. He had a bunch of man-stopper bullets, but those are already sold. Had a lot of bullets in general. But yeah, basically has a choke and a frag grenade and 3 fire bombs missing.
Yeah,
Most
I'll
unfortunate.
inform that to Cormac.
Okay. Can we get a dude on the map so we can see someone's face essentially? Or something?
Looks like a general person. General?
Yeah, it's
Go.
just easier if we can put ourselves on the map or some kind of a thing and... I know, my brain is fritzing right now. It's just easier to talk to someone when we can see something in front of us.
Okay. Put you guys over in here.
Oh hey, it's a horrible wrecked place. Wonderful.
Generally. Lower right corner is where we're going to be putting you.
Okay. The open space, I assume.
Yep. Oh.
Not sure if witch or just steroids.
Probably both.
Maybe
Who
both.
knows?
Yeah.
He seems to be growing and decreasing in size rapidly. Wonder how that happened. All right. I heard you wanted to make a meeting with us. About.
I did. I heard you guys are actually kind of competent, and well, we'll work with people like you.
That's strange hearing from a cleric.
Well, I am new to this world, but I get the feeling that the local clerics generally do whatever works for them, and I'm trying to learn the local customs and fit in.
Yeah, usually your type try to get some a little bit higher on the food chain around here.
I normally would, but I figure people like you know all the dark corners that most people higher up are just blind to or choose to ignore.
And why do you want information about what's in the shadows?
Well... Shit. Bacon, do I go balls to the wall? Yes, no.
I think we could use them for helping our investigation, actually.
That's what I am asking about, because
Yeah.
how hardcore do we try to use them?
Just go full on it.
I'm gonna lower my voice and take half a step forward. I've heard that a certain group of people have been vanishing, and that kind of concerns me for reasons. You know what I mean.
Ah. You're getting interested in that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'd rather the people higher up in the city didn't know about certain interests of mine. You understand.
So, judging by the situation, then, some kind of detectives, something like that, don't appear to be part of
No, you...
our guns. Or
No, you are... You misunderstand. My interest is more personal.
personal. Why?
I'm hinting
Take
for
your
all I'm
brother or
worth,
something?
Epic. Without actually saying it. I'm hinting for all I'm worth.
And he's trying to get an understanding of who he's talking to because there's this tech priest and this cleric in front of him. So while you're hinting at things, he wants some verification of what you are. He's not really actually caring about why you're here. In case
How?
you couldn't tell.
I assume for the Inquisition, pretending to be a Chaos Worshipper is not actually an outright sin, right?
Not totally outright.
But it's skirting the edges of it. I can deal with skirting. Gods fucking damn it. Okay, listen, buddy. I came here to contact a group. That group is gone. I can't ask anyone up above, and I need to figure out what the fuck is happening. And I really don't want to vanish next. You feel me?
He sends a glance at this, robot man you brought with him. I mean, you brought with yourself, tech priest. Then why on earth is he with you?
He's cool.
He just gives a thumbs up.
You don't expect me, being from above, to come down here without protection, do you?
You got some interesting friends, if that is your protection.
Listen. I could explain to you, but then I would either have to mark you, or I would have to kill you, and I don't think you're quite willing to go through either, and neither am I, so why don't we just leave it? And you don't delve into how our organization actually works and who's involved, okay?
Well, you see, we've been expecting possible repercussions for a certain action recently. We need to make sure that certain parties aren't coming over here to try and, shall we say, renegotiate some terms.
If you're talking about the psyker, I know what happened to him. You're safe.
So, do know about him.
I have many contacts
not
up
here.
above.
But you don't seem to be here trying to get his stuff.
I
think
don't.
I get something of the situation.
I don't because he is boned. We are not getting him back, and frankly, I'm more concerned about you being either competent enough or lucky enough or both to pull one over on someone like him, because that tells to me that you are a go-getter, and I could use a go-getter right now.
Alright. Well then, now that I at least know how you managed to get us and wanted to find out more about us, suppose we can work something out. Especially if you're not going to try and, hack us or any crap like that. So you're trying to find out more about the disappearances of certain parties down around?
Yes, it's kind of cramping my style, And I'd like it to stop, even if I can't get the people involved back.
Yeah. That's only a more recent issue up on the top, of course. Down here, it's been kind of going on for a long time. Especially the deeper you go. There's definitely something weird going on. I know some of my compatriots who into such things. They disappeared years ago. It's been happening almost everywhere. Those parties that you're mentioning have started getting real secretive about. So I'm not sure how much use I can be at the moment, but we can keep an ear to the ground, see if we can find something. One generally looks our way, so I don't think they'll be too hard.
Is excellent. And not only will I make sure that you're paid for this, but if you do well, you'll have made a few very valuable friends high up near the top.
Sometimes that's not the kind of friends we want.
Or if you wish to end our relationship on simply getting paid, I can understand how you might prefer.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I learn, maybe some better things about you folk. Maybe we'll see you do furthering the relationship. But getting to know the hires up there, that tends to get people killed. I'd rather at the moment do a one-time job.
Well, we can certainly start with that.
Alright, well, I'll see about sending you a message or something. Got a place to leave anything for you?
I'll give him the apartment we have in the, middle range city, workers' quarters. He can send...
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, he can leave stuff there.
Alright. Okay. I'll send you anything if anything comes up, or if, nothing comes up. More surprising, Jenna.
Excellent.
Okay. I'll see you guys later. Glad this didn't have to turn out badly for anybody.
Yeah, and really, don't worry about the psyker. He is completely out of the picture. You are utterly cool.
That's good. Still wondering what the hell happened, why there was such a massive explosion over there.
Yeah,
Freaked our people out.
that's why he's out of the picture. He wasn't supposed to do that.
Good to know.
Every word carefully true, technically.
Just so you know, you just set the rumor mills just tumbling everywhere now.
Oh, that is perfectly fine. Hide the little lie about the Inquisition in the big lie about the crazy Chaos Worshippers. You know? This is street cred. This makes them afraid of us. This is a good thing. It encourages them to work hard. I mean, honestly, right now I'm just holding the city upside down and shaking it to see if we can shake something loose. Because I got nothing.
You're shaking it real good. That did the effect of basically firing a blast from a ship onto the Hive City. Yep, you're shaking it good.
Flame bomb in a nest of rats. Zerb is either gonna have a heart attack or he's gonna smile with pride when he hears.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the end of the meeting. What do you guys want to try now?
Well, Bacon, how are you on cash? I figure we might want to look for some stuff. Particular tools for you.
I have a lot of cash. Oh, by the way, on my way out of the place, I just waved to the hidden people.
One of them hesitantly waves back. The rest seem ready to throw, but not quite there.
You know, it's good to know that we still are keeping up the reputation.
Well, the only thing for them to do is to out there. So, you guys gonna go and buy anything, or
I
you guys
figure
want to
we
go try
would.
and find anything else out?
I figure we would spend a few days, see if any of this makes it back to us to, burn us. And meanwhile, set up a armorer's workshop for Jeff. Because that seems like a useful thing to have. So we'll probably be traveling together. Getting all the stuff. I don't know how much that would cost.
Just a quick moment. Okay.
I'm willing
No.
to spend a few thousand thrones on that.
A few thousand? How much do you fucking have?
3,000?
Ow.
I never bought anything.
Oh.
Yes, he has a lot of stuff. Let's see.
Shit.
Yeah, that's a bit. Well, let me go check out the Inquisitors and check up the armor real quick.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, I would ask in the Ecclesiarchy place to at least I would try to see if they have any news about, all the Chaos people starting to go missing, since apparently it's hit the high end of the city, and it's probably connected to this somehow.
Thousand.
Yeah, just so you know, Epic, when you get quiet like that, you cut in and out.
I know. I'm actually very aware that's a thing. It has to do with a bad mic. Kind of a bad mic. It still works, which is the I haven't changed it.
Mm-hmm. I think this is the first encounter with people who are technically traitors to the Empire that we haven't just slaughtered all of them.
So far, yeah. Well, except mutants, but they also weren't really traitors. They were just...
Yeah, they weren't traitors, that's the thing. The traitor one we killed.
This is
I
true.
think that we are not doing our Inquisition job right.
Don't worry, we'll shove a bomb in the Underhive, like a nuke when we're leaving.
I need an idea of how housing is.
Housing was in the core book. It was one of the... Give me a moment, I should be able to find it for you while you do the armory thing if you haven't figured that out yet.
Yep, I figured that out. What I'm trying to figure out is how much I need to charge Bacon for, stuff. Or, really good to just normal stuff. That makes sense? So housing in general might give me a good idea of what...
Well, we are installing it on the ship. That was the idea. There should be like a room we can convert. Because I figure at some point we're leaving this place, right? And taking, traveling on said ship.
I don't think you'll be able to try and take advantage of anything with the right skill if that's what you're... I still need an idea of more or less how much a forge possibly could cost.
Of course it's not called housing. It's called lodging.
Might be.
Services, accommodation. Low grade is 5, mid grade is 20, high grade is 100. Looking for... how long a time period that is for.
Oh. Okay. For a single night with the high grade, B100, buying an actual house, of course, when gone over. There's that. Okay. So, I know how I'll do this then. If you spend all 3,000 thrones on getting, good equipment, etc., for your little forge room, which you can set up yourself, it'll just take more time. And you probably will if you want to convert all of your thrones, into what I want you to do. I'll give you a plus 10 for each 1,000 over 1,000 up to a max of plus 30.
Okay. He just looks at Cormac. Are you willing to lend me a 1,000 throne loan?
If the first thing we do is get some of that back by, well, actually we shouldn't sell that extra set of armor we might need, but, you know what, sure, why not? Should still have enough to pay this scum. So sure, I'll give you the 1,000.
Yep.
And
that's 4,000 epic. We have
I'll
the
give
ship
you
with
well,
basically the best you can get. You'll have a plus 30 whenever you have access to the ship.
Here's the thing, Epic. I do technically have a lot of fellowship and the bargaining skill. Can we?
You can attempt to actually use that here. You'll mostly need to try and get this from the technocracy, so it won't be as effective as normal. If you get enough successes, I'll increase it, sure.
Okay, so that translates to a... let leave. It's a lot of money, so I'm gonna re-roll that actually.
Okay.
No, don't do me dirty like that, come on!
Sorry, it's just the same amount.
Yeah. Well,
Luckily, dealing with the tech priests also means they won't screw you over, particularly. So, yay. But they're not really going to be decreasing their price easily on you either. So, give and take.
Well, how long does it take for us to install all of that? Because at this point we are essentially moving as a unit, given how things are here.
Yeah. It'll take the rest of that week, so another 3 days or so.
Okay.
Do I need to give any rolls for building? or
Nope. I think you're generally good enough, and you have the manipulator mechadendrite for the heavy lifting, as well as, you know, I think you have a pretty good strength score these days.
yeah, I have 40 plus 10 from the manipulator.
Wasn't the manipulator plus 20? That was plus 20 for some reason.
It's a plus 20? Oh yeah, it's plus yeah, 60 strength on lifting.
Yeah, so yeah, you should be plenty good, dude.
Well, I think because at this point we can't know when we could get a replacement because it's been a while, I would suggest fixing that partially fucked up carapace, see if we can make it fully functional again.
Yep. And do note that now that you've managed to fix everything else up appropriately, while on the ship, most of your rolls will be based off of your strength or your armor. Hey, Bacon?
Strength? Okay.
Yep.
That's even better.
So you'll have a plus 30 in addition to, you know, even using your mechadendrite to also help out with it.
So 40 plus 20 plus.
If we get a replacement psyker, we just tell him that we fed the previous psyker to the forges when he kept fucking up and betraying the Emperor.
Okay, by my calculations, I have 101 on the roll.
Don't you have 91?
I have plus 10 from armorer, 40 strength, plus
Wait, you have
30
plus
for
10
the plate.
armor?
Yeah, I have armor
Oh, yeah,
with
you
plus
do.
10.
Alright, yeah, you're good. You're at 101. Now, here's the bad news. This will vary on depending on what you're working with and what you're trying. So you're trying to repair the
carapace set.
the one. All right. Go check up on the difficulties for things like that.
Might need to reroll that, Bacon. There might be modifiers.
No.
This would be complex or major repairs. So you will take minus 10 here.
Yeah, so you need to
Oh.
reroll.
Oh. Oh.
This is great.
Does it upgrade to best quality carapace? Because it was good before.
He did good enough. Yeah. Not only does he manage to go and make the carapace armor back together, he now has best quality carapace.
Yeah,
But he can't fit it.
That's fine. I'm taking that. Yoink! I mean, clearly, this is the thing to use. So, I'm gonna put the...
So, with that being the case, you guys will need to spend, you know, some more thrones to get the material to really do this.
How
Or you
much?
could just repair it completely. Let's see. Let's see. So, that. How much is carapace in general?
575 for the normal set. This was times 3 that because it was good. So, I don't know. Like, nearly 1600 for the good set.
Yep. So because he did so well, he'll be able to do this at super cheap price, but you'll effectively have to buy another regular set.
Shit. Okay.
Mm.
If we throw everything into it, we have enough stuff. And that's...
If you're worried about your thrones, you can then immediately turn around and sell it.
Fuck no, it's mine. Okay, let's take the 64... Okay, so we need all of my cash and 20 drones from the group thing, and then we can upgrade it properly.
If you want,
Yeah.
I can sell my last carabine, and I can get 75 from that.
Don't worry about it. Surely soon there's gonna be a payday. We're just gonna sell some chainswords or something. So to make sure we have enough to pay the dudes.
No, the last carabine, not the long last. The shitty one that I
Can't
don't
sell it
use.
for 75. Generally, when you sell things, it'll be at half price.
Okay. Here's a question. Would this include upgrading the helmet? Or would it just
Yes.
be... Okay. Because the helmet is a separate thing and has a separate price, because...
It is generally separate, but I'm just going to let you guys get away with that. Because he did really good.
Okay, so normally light carapace is... I'm just gonna take these for myself, thank you very much. And I'm gonna put my flak armor in the pile because... Well... You know. And, okay, the helmet is usually 4 and the suit is 5, so these go up by +1, I assume, like the armor did. For the black.
I'll actually basically state that, including in that, Bacon managed to get the helmet to be the same armor points as the rest.
Okay, that is fucking amazing. And now we look completely different from the madman that shot up the ecclesiarchy.
This is true.
Oh, this
You
is
don't
good.
look anything similar.
And the best part is, I was wearing my new robes and my old armor when I talked to the scum down below, so he can connect us. So he knows that it was us, those crazy fucks. This is good. I like this. This is working out great.
So yeah, you guys so in total, if I have this right, you should have 6 armor all around on your stuff.
Certainly on mine.
Congratulations. Oh yes, on you.
Bacon, are you completely out of cash?
I have 7 drones and less carabine to sell.
Okay, then take 14 and I'm gonna take 30. And that way we have some walking around money in case we need to emergency bribe someone.
$21. And how much could I get for selling the carabine? It's half of the price.
Yep. So go
So-
from 75 to like 37/38.
Well, we have some flak quests, flak cloaks, random crap like that, so if we're gonna do that, why don't we tally up all the trash that we're essentially dumping on the market? Flak quest, flak cloak. I think Jackalor's flak cloak died with Ganondorf.
Yeah,
And this is no longer there. Do we want to keep any of the fancy weaponry, Bacon? Chainswords, do we want to sell any of the bolt pistols? We have a bunch of combat shotguns extra.
if
How
do
good
note
is
that if
the-
you really want to, you can see about trying to make those better with Bacon to get more money out of it.
Yeah. And I think how good is a bolt pistol?
Pretty good. It's
I-
one of
with
the
my-
high tier weapons.
With my Machinator array, I can exchange the ballistic mechandendrite for the plasma pistol, the last pistol for the regular pistol, so I can have a both one.
And if you really want, I'll actually even let you make that into an integrated bolt pistol if you go and cannibalize some other piece.
Well,
So I'll have
okay,
to modify the bolt pistol a bit, but
we have 3
What
bolt
is-
pistols. What I heard was we're keeping all of them because we might need to do something awesome with them. Okay.
Yeah.
Combat shotguns. We have 4. I suggest we sell 3.
Yeah. Also, I think we can keep just one chainsword.
Yes, I was
I
gonna say
can
that as well.
I can try to cannibalize one to make a good one and sell for a better price.
Okay, let's just write out everything that we have on the list to sell, and we can decide how to optimize it once we know what we're working with. Right, 2 chain swords. Okay, anything in your inventory that you're willing to or want to get rid of, Bacon?
Let's see.
Keep in mind, we also still have drugs.
I have a glow lamp. Probably can get 2 thrones on that.
We wanted to keep those in case we were ever in darkness.
No, I have another one. I have a lamp pack and a glow lamp. So I have an extra one.
Okay, you know what? Fuck that. We are not gonna stoop to selling things for 2 thrones a pop. We are the fucking Inquisition, Bacon.
Okay, I have to just place the glow lamp on the group inventory.
I wonder if we
This is only
could...
your you're still in your first week or so, aren't you? Just barely past it. Shit.
I think we might be nearing week 2, because we spent a week until till the Inquisitor caught up with us. Or part of a week anyway. And now it's been another
You
week.
spent part of a week. But yeah, you're in the second week.
Yeah.
But you've only went through one so far.
So like 10, 11 days in? Fine, we're doing God
Yeah,
Emperor's
something
work.
like that. Yeah, you're like 10 or 11 days in so far.
It's fine, this is an investment in the future. That lab, that weapons lab, will create heretic like the world has never... Wait, what?
Right.
Yeah, I don't have anything to sell
You
besides
don't
the
have...
carabine.
You don't have flak cloaks or the like. We might be able to cannibalize those to make a proper set of armor that we can sell someone.
I think that I already put my flag cloak on the group inventory because it's not on my gear list.
Ah, don't see it here.
Oh, maybe it burned one of the times.
Oh, it shouldn't
Not
have
sure.
burned. I would have told you that.
When the psychic weapon struck me at the ship.
Nope, I would have told you about that. Don't worry.
We know.
Oh, yeah,
I know we lost one on Ganondorf. Actually, no.
We did.
The guards. We lost 2 flak cloaks,
Oh.
I think, overall. We recovered
Yeah.
1 and we lost 2. I think. Or did Ganondorf have his own suit? I don't recall. We lost at least
Ganondorf.
1.
You lost one to Ganondorf, and you considered giving another one to one of the other guys, but they had flak armor, and you decided that was enough.
Mm-hmm. No,
Okay, so
I remember what happened. Ganondorf had his own suit, so we gave flak cloaks to the dudes, and one of them got
that's it.
incinerated, and one of them tried to run for us, and the one that tried to run, we shot and recovered the stuff from him.
That's correct. Yep, you're right. There was a small hole in it, but it didn't get destroyed.
I have 1 remaining. Yeah, I will put on the group inventory.
Okay, so another flak cloak from the group thing. Okay, that's what we have for selling. In theory. Let's see, what are combat shotguns worth? What are the benefits of essentially having a good or best quality weapon, Epic?
Oh, for those, let's go back over here. The best quality I remember, yep. So it goes, good is just a +5 to hit. Best gives +10 to hit, as well as +1 to damage. And poor is -10 to hit, and it is basically jam on any failed to hit roll. So
Okay. Bacon, And maybe we cannibalize one of those combat shotguns to improve my combat shotgun?
Sure.
By the way, just so you do know, the way I'm going to have this work is you need to cannibalize 2 of a similar quality weapon in order to make one of one higher quality.
Okay,
Make some sense?
so if we cannibalize all 4, and that's including mine, we can make one best quality out of that.
Correct.
We'll get walking around money from selling the flak vest and the flak cloaks and the chainswords. You know I'm being...
Don't worry.
No,
it's
we
fine.
are not. We lost our psyker, so we need to increase our combat potential.
It is really good against unarmored targets. Like, really good.
Yeah, let's burn the combat shotguns.
We'll have 1 normal
Right.
in the group inventory, and 3 of those are gonna go to trying to upgrade the eagle's wings on my sheet then.
What would be the difficulty of the roll?
So, to go ahead and see about modifying it in that kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this should be not exactly, easy. So it'll just be I'll consider this more or less the same as before. This will be a difficult thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Before was -10.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, if you were trying to do something a little bit different, it would be even harder. But with them being the same weapons and everything, you're not trying to add anything new to it, just -10.
Yep.
You'll need to make me 3 rolls in total, just so you know.
2 rolls.
Yep. 1 for combining one set of guns, 1 for combining the other set, and then 1 for the final product. Okay. So when he's doing the last pair, it takes him almost an entire day. The other ones he managed to get done just literally that morning, though. So besides that, he was great.
So a full day to essentially make this happen.
Yep.
Okay.
But then you have a best quality combat shotgun. It's all said and done.
Mm-hmm. Where do I have it on here? Okay. I guess I need to write it in on a separate line because I just had it in the weapons list. God damn it. Annoying. My own bookkeeping defeating me. So that's a +1 to the base damage and +10 to hit.
+10 to hit.
Yes! Weapon of the gods. So combine the flak cloaks and the chainsaws so we can get the best price from them.
Sure. He'll need to make a couple more rolls for that, but yeah, you can do it.
Also -10 on both of them.
Yep. If you, again, trying something different, trying to add anything, for example, or anything like that, I'd do something different. But no, you're just trying to make something better out of the materials that are already part of it. So.
Yeah, for the flak cloak.
Okay. Ouch.
That will take a day.
That'll take a while, but he does do it. And the other
will
one he
take-
does it in an instant.
Okay.
And one more roll, or we have only 2 of those?
Only have 2 of each of those.
Yeah.
Now the chainswords.
No.
You're good. That was for
Yeah.
both of those.
Oh,
So
basically, for whichever one was first, you basically spent all day, and then the next morning, just within the first half hour, you just came back out and said, Ah, inspiration. I finished it already.
I would just say that I am bad at sewing.
Okay, so that and the black vest is another 50, so we're looking at 1,010 street price for these from a vendor.
Yes.
So we could get 505 unless we can get more with bargaining, which I would like to
You can
try.
get more with bargaining. You can give it a shot.
Okay, I assume this is just a straight up roll, no penalties, bonuses.
Not really.
So,
Oh, you succeeded.
yeah,
Not like extremely well or anything. So, in total, once you're finished haggling and everything, they're willing to give you, yeah, about like 100 thrones per item you just sold, which I think in total is 2, so another 200 thrones.
so essentially a 700, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we shouldn't count the flag vest because that's just.
So yeah, there you go.
700, so I think 350 each bacon, so we both have some money. And then at long last, has there been a message from the scum yet?
Here, let me do some background rolls real quick to see if they found anything.
By the way, the turn order.
No, it ain't. It's a lie. Alright. Yeah, some background stuff. They're not really that. They're doing that. They have time and they have the stuff, so give them some card. Well, they did.
Okay, so there is a message.
Okay. Oh. Well, you know, there actually is a message.
Okay, time to go and spend some of this hard-earned money.
Yeah, it just says, yep, we have some information, if you want to hear about it. Meet us in the same place in 12 hours.
Sure. Head on over.
Right, and you come back over here, and it's the same guy again. If you want, you can make awareness rolls.
Okay, sure. I'm assuming there's plenty of dudes everywhere, but sure. I would like to use my reroll. Damn it, no, that was a screw up. It's not a target of 6.
Are you sure?
I am sure. I have the fucking implants from Solomon.
There you go.
Okay,
So, when you come in this time, you notice that they've significantly decreased the amount of people. It seems there's still just like 2 people watching over this, but
Yeah. Wait, with
They're-
them walking in.
they don't even have bombs ready, so this seems very different. Though they seem very surprised when they notice some very different cleric coming through here. Because I'm pretty sure you just came in there with multi-thousands of thrones worth of armor, so...
You know, I look like that dude. I look like those Arbites walking through the slums.
Yep, you do.
Not quite, but you know, considering we're lower down, the effect is the same.
Yeah. Except, you know, the Arbites there were backed up by a rogue trader. You're definitely not. So that wasn't normal looking stuff. Even there.
Hey, we are waving our dick around and showing that the prince rewards those who serve him well, right? It's fine. Clearly.
All right. Well, now. This just brings up more questions of why you didn't have somebody else for this, but we did manage to get some info that's going around.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, not sure how to put this in some ways. So, yeah. Well, you see the parties that we are talking generally about, they have decreased in members significantly, but surprisingly, it seems like they've been gaining a lot more. Apparently there's people are starting to get pretty desperate down below. Apparently there might be something eating people down there. Or rather, more than one. Yeah. So people are starting to turn to other answers than he who is our protector.
I see.
Yeah, apparently it's causing quite a bit of a panic.
This is concerning because it should have been reported, obviously. Can you
Yeah.
find
You see,
me who
the
to
populations
contact?
we're talking about that are being affected here just aren't the ones that are generally listened to. It appears that the mutants are the primary targets right now.
Oh no.
Oh, nothing better than Chaos Worshipper mutants.
I see. You have done pretty well. Of course, this raises the concern of, well, if people are having success, then clearly someone has been lying to someone, so it would be good if I would know who I could talk to down below from one of those groups, preferably someone who's semi-rational and would actually know a few things. So a name or
Not,
two would be good.
I'm not positive on how much information they can give you, but I can at least give you a couple of the more rationals down there. They're really intent on trying to find out what's going down. Yeah, so you can find this one gal, or whatever they are. Just do be warned, she's she hasn't taken lightly to the mutations down there. Yeah,
Fuck, Demonet,
she's
Demonet,
really
Demonet, run.
yeah, she's really fucked up. But she generally will just she will keep her word, and she is pretty good about you know holding on to the various information nexuses down. If there's someone that would know information, that would be it. Not sure it's the best thing ever. Besides that, there's this guy named Carlos. He's generally he's pretty all right. As far as I know, he's not very high on any polls down there or anything, but he's pretty good. As far as I know, he hasn't had anything happen to him one way or another. And I suppose the last one, you could try talking to some of the more leader types down there. Those tend to be the ones that are kind of pushing such things. So,
I see.
Yeah, I wouldn't highly recommend it.
I see. Alright. Then we have another matter to discuss, and that is how I should reward you for the very excellent job you have done for me.
Surprisingly, it was actually that guy himself that got the information, by the way.
And now it sounds like I know more than I let on. Excellent.
Alright, well, considering how possibly lethal that ended up turning out, it turned out that apparently the mutants didn't like people watching this kind of thing. One of our ladies managed to get herself ripped apart. I don't think they even managed to get information out of her before they did it, but would 250 thrones be alright? We kinda need it.
Why don't we call it around 300?
Sounds great, thank you. Alright. Well, it was actually fairly nice doing business with you. I hope we don't meet again.
Can't promise you that, but I can promise you I'll pay you properly if we do meet.
I suppose I'll take what I can get.
Pleasure doing business with you. Drop a message if you
Yep.
have anything else that we might be interested in, will you?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, then I guess we're gonna drop a message to the Inquisitor with the things we've learned. Because apparently the mutants might know about who's eating who and where.
Yeah, just tell the Inquisitor. We just talk with a few guys that deal with their own chaos worship.
Okay.
I
He
mean-
sends back, be very careful if you start heading down to the Underhive. There is supposedly some very nasty radiation leakage and such down there. You might want to bring rebreathers, possibly void suits. The tech priest is probably alright, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What is radiation to a robot?
Okay, so I think now we try to convert at least my set of armor into something with a built-in rebreather and seal it as tightly as we can, and then see if that's
You'll need
enough.
yeah. Make sure you buy a rebreather, and this one will be harder, but it should be doable. I'll add another 50 thrones just for buying the right electronics to try and integrate them. You can try it.
Consider that I pay half of the money to the.
Okay, because I subtracted it from my thing because I didn't want to ask you for half then and there, essentially, because that would make us look like bitches.
No, yeah, I pay half of for you later.
So 100 to try and integrate a rebreather into this suit. Can
Basically,
we
yeah.
like make a tech use test to figure out just how much protection I might need? And if this would be enough, or if it's easier to just buy a void suit?
Yeah, he can make a tech use test. This'll be basically by plugging himself into the net and trying to figure out what the conditions on, in the Underhive really are. So plug yourself in, Bacon.
Just
Fine.
let me
Add all
calculate
your
how
bonus.
many huge bonus.
Bacon, use protection.
here.
You don't know what viruses this city has.
Nah, I'll
That's the
be
good
fine.
news. If there was a virus, it would have already caused quite a bit of a panic among the tech priests.
Then here. Plus
Hackers
10
who
here.
invent new viruses get ripped apart by angry tech priests in this universe.
and
That's
+10 here.
pretty much true, yeah.
That's 99.
Okay.
Bacon has entered the realm where he is basically almost always going to win. Congratulations, Bacon.
I feel like a god.
I think that's heresy and I have to shoot you now.
Alright, so Bacon has even has a pretty decent idea of where the concentrations of radiation and toxic chemicals might be. You can more or less have an good idea of where you could access and where he could access, and how much radiation and shit he needs to protect against. Which is a pretty high amount.
So we can't manage with just the armor, or we can do it.
You could probably do it for maybe a day or two in the lighter areas, but once you get into the higher ones, it'll start causing problems for him pretty quick.
Okay, so what I heard was lead underpants.
Basically, you can try and modify the armor to try and help protect against it.
Fuck.
Where do we find anti-radiation suits?
Generally, that's like void suits and such. They're like, what was it, 200 or something?
Void suits are plentiful and they're 100 if it's a standard void suit.
Yeah. So, what you'll generally need to do is integrate some of what a void suit does, but you'll need a couple layers. So, you're going to have to spend like 300 to really try and do it. But I'll let you do it in a single -20 roll.
I assume
And
that...
if you can manage to do that, he'll be basically almost completely safe. If you probably don't want to go down there and spend a vacation, but he'd be good enough to just get down there without too much of an issue after that.
And that would include, with the stuff we cannibalized from several void suits, the rebreather, or would we have to do that separately?
Oh no, if you I'll just combine that all into one for that, because it's more or less trying to connect all of it.
And I assume
Okay,
this
so-
wouldn't be essentially vacuum proof. It would just be radiation and rebreather.
It actually would include being vacuum proof.
Well, I have 280 on me, Bacon. Actually, no, 230 on me right now.
It's
So-
400?
It's 300.
It'll be 300 for this part, another 100 for the rebreather, the complete rebreather.
Okay, so, and that altogether would put me essentially in a heavily armored spacesuit.
Yes, you'll more or less be in a heavily armored spacesuit.
Yeah, I can pay 200 for you.
Then I can easily put up the other 200, and we should do this because... Fuck you, choke grenades. Never again.
That's right.
Okay,
So
so-
grenades do shit to you now.
He's still
That's,
coming! Keep firing!
That's 81. And that's a great piece of armor.
That is a really great piece of armor.
Save the blueprints. You're either gonna be exalted among tech priests or burned as a heretic.
Now I just sent for approval. They will keep for a few years and see if there's any heresy on it.
Okay. Well then, there is a very interesting question here. What do I do with that many successes? I need to reward it somehow.
Make it self-sealing
It's really
in case
just
it
combining
gets
a bunch of-
pierced.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because we might get into combat
That-
down there, and that could be useful.
You managed to make the sealing of it so complete that apparently it has multiple fail safes now. Something very catastrophic has to happen for any kind of real problems to happen to the suit. It'll require some maintenance to keep it, this way. But errant shots and stuff will not allow things like toxic chemicals into his body.
I am the Quarian dream. I cannot be touched
Exactly.
by anything.
Now I'm really thinking on just sending this blueprint somewhere.
We probably should.
It's
It's
nothing.
what good servants of the Emperor would do.
I have to give him pure tech priests. Or rather, pure mechanicus.
Yeah, he would probably just record everything on a very good blueprint, go to the local tech priest and say that he wants to submit something that he made.
I would advise against it because they're gonna steal credit.
Yeah, I can go through the Inquisitor.
Yeah, just
Go ahead. Solomon will reward you for this.
Yeah, just send a report to him, say, just redirect this to Solomon, please.
Sweet.
potential
All right.
combat suit for Inquisition use for hazardous environments.
Yeah, they'll enjoy that. It's expensive as fuck for somebody, but now they can actually make some self-sealing void suits. That's
Unless it
useful for all
gets-
kinds of situations.
Unless it gets declared heresy, in which case, fuck us.
Totally. I mean, you're not actually doing anything new. It's more of just an interesting application of using multiple fail-safes.
Okay, well, I suppose I should split it here, because I have no idea how long I'm recording now, and then we can go down there and see if we die.
Good question.